It was one of those nights where the air felt heavier, the darkness deeper. I've always loved exploring the eerie unknown, but this time I wasn't alone. I'd convinced my girlfriend Riley to join me on one of my late-night adventures to O.P. Schnabel Park. The park, serene by day, transforms into a shadowy enigma at night. We parked my car near the edge of the park and started walking along the main trail, the forest swallowing all light except for the faint glow of the moon breaking through the canopy. Riley clutched my arm, her unease growing with every step. "Relax," I reassured her with a nervous chuckle, though the silence was starting to gnaw at me too. After about 20 minutes, I suggested taking a shortcut through an overgrown side trail to loop back to the car faster. Riley hesitated but followed my lead. The moment we stepped off the main path, an otherworldly sound froze us in our tracks. A haunting melody filled the air, soft yet piercing, like an old theremin warping its way through the woods. The tune sounded strangely familiar, like a distorted version of Tiptoe Through the Tulips. My heart raced as Riley gripped my arm tighter. "What is that?" she whispered, her voice trembling. "I don't know," I admitted, trying to mask my own fear. The melody grew louder, unnervingly perfect in rhythm, but somehow wrong, as though it wasn't meant for human ears. Just as the sound seemed to envelop us, a figure appeared on the trail ahead, a tall, impossibly thin silhouette with arms that stretched unnaturally long, tipped with razor-sharp nails gleaming in the faint light. "Run," I hissed, pulling Riley with me. We sprinted back toward the main trail, our footsteps crashing through the undergrowth as the warped music followed, growing louder and more chaotic. We reached the car, hearts pounding, and I jammed the key into the ignition. The car refused to start. Panic surged as I turned the key again and again, but the engine remained silent. Riley began sobbing, clutching my arm. The melody, warped and mocking, seemed to echo from every direction. "We can't stay here," I said, grabbing her hand. We abandoned the car and ran as fast as we could down the dark streets, not stopping until we reached my house. I locked every door, turned on every light, and collapsed onto the couch, my legs shaking. Riley stayed close, still trembling. That night, I couldn't sleep. Every time I closed my eyes, I saw that silhouette's glinting nails or heard the haunting melody looping endlessly in my mind. The next day, curiosity got the better of me, and I drove Riley back to the park in a friend's car. My car was still parked there, untouched. It looked perfectly normal, as though nothing had happened. When I turned the key, the engine roared to life without hesitation. The car worked, but I wasn't comforted. The memory of that haunting night stuck with me, a vivid reminder that some things are better left unexplored. To this day, I haven't set foot in O.P. Schnabel Park again, and I never will.